Hey, hello guys. Good morning, everyone. This is Priya, your English teacher from Alpha Group of Institutions. And children, to welcome back to the grammar classes. And today we are going to discuss a grammar from the ACE book. I hope you all remember in the last session we have discussed only half of the lesson in ACE grammar chapter 1 determiners, right? And remaining half is in pending. So let us complete that today. So in the first session, we have discussed about the grammar, the determiners in the last session. So let us just have a quick look on what all we have learned in the last session. Okay. So we have discussed about the determiners. Chapter 1, the heading is determiners. What is a determiner? A determiner is a word placed in front of a noun to specify quantity or to clarify what the noun refers to. Here you can see each boy a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar means here it is representing the what the specific quantity, less sugar or lot of sugar. And some determiners are used to clarify what the noun belongs to, refers to. Car means whose car? Our car. Building, which building? This building or that building? That building. So here we are using this determiner only to clarify where the noun belongs to. And all the determiners can be classified as like one of the following things, like how it is. First, in the form of articles. Article a, on, an, or the. What are the articles? A, an, and the. So the determiners can be classified either with an article or demonstrative. Demonstrative means what? This, that, these, and those. And then possessive. Possessive is my, your, his, her, it's, out there. And then the other thing is quantifier. These are all the things what we had discussed in the last session. So when coming to the articles a, an, and the, where they will be used, the is called the definite article. Why it is called definite article? It defines its noun as something specific, like something previously mentioned or known, or something unique, or something being identified by the speaker. So if you want to talk about some nouns, the apples I bought yesterday, if you want to make them remember, you are using the apples I bought yesterday. Do you know that? Do you remember that? Like, and we are stressing the word apple here. So at that time, the will be used. And if you want to mention something which is unique, something which is universal, where only one thing is found, or if you want to something being like identified by the speaker, if you want to talk about one among the group, there also we will be using the. Okay. Now a and an are the indefinite articles. Indefinite articles means what? They define the noun as something unspecific. They are not talking about specifically. They're just speaking about unspecific, defining the noun as unspecific, like something generalization, something generic, something mentioned for the first time. So, a grade, an egg. So, it is a common thing. We use a and an only for the common things and not the special things to mention about or to talk about. And in this, a will be used in front of a consonant word, and an will be used if the word is, if a noun is starting with vowels, isn't it? These are the easiest way to find a, an, and the. Now coming to the zero articles. What are the zero articles, guys? Do you have any idea about the zero articles? We have already discussed about that, right? Zero articles means when we want to talk about like certain time or days of the week, months of the year, seasons, some it's certain, like it's a period of time, whether it is a time or days or month or week or occasions or festivals. If we want to talk about some like period of time, we will not use any articles, zero articles, no articles, a or an or the, nothing will come here. And also some generic mentions of substances, materials, subjects and concepts. So this concept, subject is a chemistry, socialism is a concept, and then tea wool is a material. So for this also we will not use any article. We don't use articles. And for general purpose, the schools, hospitals, playgrounds, parks are all used general purposes. Or some institutions, organizations, we will not use any sort of articles there. Hope now you understood where to use a, an, and the definite articles and indefinite articles, and where zero articles will be used. It means no articles is used. Okay. Later, we have discussed about the possessives and demonstratives. These are the types of determiners. So, possessives and demonstratives are the types of determiners. So, first let us talk about the possessives. What is mean by possessive, guys? Possessive means the possessive determiners. They are also called as possessive adjectives. Both are same. Possessive adjectives and possessive determiners are same. If you want to talk traditionally about the grammar. So possessive adjectives are what? My, your, her, his, its, are, their, and whose. So when we talk of, when we are showing the ownership, when we are showing some authority, when we are showing that the thing, the noun which it belongs to, when we are showing the authority of that noun which to whom it belongs to, it is called possessiveness. So my friend, a friend is there. Whose friend in this class? My friend. Here I'm showing authority on my friend. I'm showing my ownership on my friend. Your book, this book belongs to you only, and this plate belongs to her. So when we are showing the ownership or authority of that particular noun to which it belongs to or to whom it belongs to, it comes under possessive determiners. And a possessive determiners sits before a noun only. It will not sit anywhere. It just stands before a noun or a pronoun to show who or what it wants it. Okay. Now, if next is demonstratives. What is mean by demonstratives, guys? It is also called as demonstrative adjectives. These possessive determiners and demonstrative determiners are also called as possessive adjectives and demonstrative adjectives. Okay. Now, when we talk about the demonstrative determiners or demonstrative adjectives, demonstrative adjectives is the name used in the traditional grammar. Here, when you are talking about determiners, let us talk it as demonstrative determiners. The words which are used here in demonstrative determiners are this, that, these, and those. These four are the demonstrative determiners. And these, a demonstrative determiner defines where its noun or pronoun is in relation to the speaker. So, if I want to talk about a window, I'm using this or that because the speaker is talking about the window, whether it is near to him or far to him. This and that will be used for singular things. This and that will be used for singular things. If a singular noun is near to you, you will use this. If it is far from us, we use that. These and those are used only for plurals. If a plural noun is just beside us, near to us, we use these. If those plural nouns are far away from the speaker, we use those. So, window is a singular, it is near this. Tree is a singular and it is far, so we use that. Apples, is in plural form, and it is when it is near we use these apples. Vegetables is also a plural form, and when it is far away it we use as those vegetables. Okay, understood? Hope you understood what are the possessive determiners and demonstrative determiners. And we have finished recollecting what all we have learned in the last session, isn't it? Now today we are going to discuss clearly in detail about the quantifiers. So this is a table which is given in the textbook for you. If you open, you can come along with me. Quantifiers means pointed, mention, indicate quantity or amount positively. It means it is also a third type of quantifier, I mean determiners, possessive determiners and demonstrative determiners, and this is one quantifier. It is also one of the type of determiner. Any determiner that refers even loosely to an amount or a quantity can be classified. If you want to talk about an amount or a quantity, or if you want to classify them as a, it can be classified as a quantifier. So when we are talking about the quantity or amount, this sort of determiners will be classified as the quantifier. So numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the numbers are they come under quantifiers because they talk about the amount, isn't it? And not all quantifiers are so specific. Not all quantifiers are so specific because many refer to an undefined amount of quantity. The most common ones are like any, all, many, much, several. All these comes under negative forms. So only some will be classified into quantifiers and some of the amount will not be classified under quantifiers, because the positive things means where we can speak about the particular amount, particular number. When you're confident about the number or amount which we are going to speak, it is a quantifier positiveness. And when we are not sure about how much is there, or when we are not sure about how many things are there, when we are not sure about the number about what we are speaking, that comes under quantifier negative. For example, all means how many, we can't say. Many means how many, we can say means many means more, but we can't say the exact number. Several, all these comes under quantifier negative, isn't it? And these are called indefinite adjectives. Indefinite adjectives when we talk about the traditional grammar. In traditional grammar, quantifiers negative is called indefinite adjectives. Okay, now you have understood. Few children, many chairs, a little sugar, several guests, all these are talking about the amount and quantity. Negative thing is no chance, not much help, and any use. Hope you all understood, right, children, about all these things. And there are some commonly discussed issues also related to quantifiers that precede nouns. And there are more issues which are related to quantifiers that stand alone, and they are called indefinite pronouns, like less and fewer. Less is here, fewer. Less and few are quantifiers, while there are some quirks with less and fewer, where to use less and where to use fewer. The general ruling is that fewer, we can use few when it is when the noun is in a plural form, and when we use less when the noun is in singular form. This is the only difference. Okay, children? And the key point is that less is not always a determiner even if it precedes a noun. So we didn't use less here because why, it is not always a determiner if it precedes a noun. What is the another issue means, if you are unsure when you're not sure about whether to use all the or all of the before a noun, like all the people, all of the people. When there is an option to use all the people or all of the people, you have to use all the people only. We must cut it off, then we can save a word there. There is no need of using off. When you're talking about a noun, you have to use all the and not all of the. So these are the basic issues which we are facing. Okay. And when we talk about more about determiners, a grammar world is divided or whether determiners are classified as adjectives. And in traditional grammar, determiners are classified as adjectives, but many contemporary grammarians insist that determiners are not adjectives. And this situation is unhelpful because terms like possessive adjective are still commonly used, particularly on foreign language courses. Anyway, whatever side of the debate you are on this, much is true. And there are some big differences between normal adjectives and determiners. Understood, children? Now, here comes our functioning part. So, be ready with your pencil, guys. So, as usual, we are going to discuss the first four in all the sections, in all the Roman, and the remaining thing will be your homework and activity. Understood? As usual, I am going to explain each and every Roman, and I will do the exercise with the answers. I am going to work out along with you in each and every Roman the first four things. And the remaining things you have to do on your own. And then if you have any doubt or if you want to recheck the answers or if you want to check the spellings or something else, you can refer the answer key which I have sent you in the last session, or it may be followed with this session also. Okay. Now see Roman G. In this, choose the correct quantifiers and complete these sentences. Correct quantifiers. Quantifiers positive is there, quantifiers negative is there. No and much is a negative thing, and few, a few, many, a little, several, a lot of, everything comes under quantifiers, positive things. So we have to use select the right answer which suits the sentence. The first one they have already given the answer. There is still a lot of food left from the party last night. Here I have typed it twice, I think so, children. Okay, the answer is a lot of. Here there is a still lot of food. So I am telling that I know certain amount how much is remaining there. So I am using a lot of. Much means I am not sure. When we are not sure only we will use negative thing, right? No and much is a negative thing when we are not sure. But here I am sure I know how much is left. But I can't count the rice or something, right? So I am using a lot of things. Second one. Although we send the email to dash people replied. So although we have sent the email, look, people is a plural, so we can't use every comes only under the singular thing, every man, every boy, every group, right? But here the people is a plural one, so we can't use every here. Although we send the email to many people, many can refer in front of a plural noun, so tick the right answer, many. Although we send the email to many people, a number of people replied or few people replied. The answer is few. Only few people replied. So when although we send the email to many people, few people only replied. So the answer is many and few. Understood? Third one. My sister and I have had dash arguments about who needs to take care of the plants. So there are the plants at home, and I'm talking about that my sister and I, both of us are having many arguments. So what we will use? When there are two siblings at home, there is a bit of arguments or several arguments will be there. Several only, no, it is a universal thing, isn't it? So my sister and I had several arguments about who needs to take care of the plants. Answer is several. There are dash seniors in the football team. We must include them as well. So dash seniors means we cannot say that there are any seniors. We can say that there are no seniors in the football team. We must include them as well. The answer is no. So first four we have finished, guys. Now I think you have to do the remaining. There are more or less 14 to 15 questions in this Roman. So you just, it's only ticking part, right? You just tick the remaining questions. Okay, with this Roman is over. Next, coming to the H Roman. Complete the sentences with few, a few, little, or a little. Only these four words only you have to use now. Only these four words. You must not use any other quantifiers. Sanjay is not very popular. He has few friends. He has few friends. We can buy popcorn since we have dash time before the show begins. Dash time before the show begins. We can buy a popcorn since we have little time or a little time. We are going to specify the time here. So we will use a little. We can buy popcorn since we have a little time before the show begins. The amount of time you're talking about here. So we will use a little. Okay. Next one. Third one. Dash people went to the exhibition since it was on the outskirts of the city. So it is clearly mentioning that the exhibition was out of the city. When it is out of the city, all the people will not attend the exhibition, right? So what we can say, few people only went to the exhibition since it was on the outskirts of the city. We are not talking about the right amount, right? So it is like few people went to the exhibition since it was on the outskirts of the city. Fourth one, there is a drought in our village because there has been dash rain in this year. There is a drought in our village. There is a drought in our village means what? Because there has been little rain this year. So little means it is not a certain amount, so we use little. So let me check the answers. For the second one is a little, okay, because we are specifying the amount of time here. And for the third answer is few. Fourth answer is just little only, not a little and all, little. So the remaining, I think there are 12 questions in this Roman. You have to do it, the remaining questions. Okay, children, if you have any doubt, you can call me and ask, clarify your doubts. Okay. And now let us talk about interrogatives and ordinals. These are the last type of determiners, children. And this table shows us how to use interrogatives and ordinals as determiners. First, let us talk about interrogatives. Interrogatives means when we are specific, when we want to ask specific questions like what, which, and whose. These are the three types of interrogative determinants. What are the three types of interrogative determinants? What, which, and whose. Here, what is used for asking for information. Information specifying something like what time did you arrive, like what reason he gave when we are asking about specific things. And which will be used for asking information specifying one or more people or things from a definite set, like which table would you prefer, like which teacher told him that, which person came here, such sort of things, which place and all. And then whose is used to like it belonging to which person. We ask, we use this whose to ask a question like to which that specific thing relates, whose bag is that, and whose car it was, who lost that, whose book is that, all these questions. And ordinals means to show sequence or order. When we are talking about a sequence from the first, from the boy who is standing from the second, a list, a line of boys who, when we take a list from the second, or the last one, the next one, the other thing, another previous. When you're talking about a sequence, we are not talking about a group, many things, or a number of things, only one thing, or two things. When you're talking about the, you know, ordinal numbers, you have come across in maths, right? You know what are the ordinal numbers. It is just numbering thing, and which we are talking about in a sequence order. Okay, first time, second chance, last page, previous year, everything. So I think these are very easy types of determinants, interrogatives and ordinal. Interrogative means questions using only there are only three questions. Look here, what, which, and whose. The other things are not involved. And ordinals means to show the sequence in order. Now coming to the exercise part again, and it is our work now to do that. Underline the determiners in these sentences. Underline the determiners in these sentences. My friend is a teacher in that school. So my is also a determiner, that is also a determiner. Isn't so? Possessive, demonstrative, right? Two young girls boarded the bus. What are the determiners here? What are the determiners here? You can see 2. 2 is a number, right? 2 is a number, so it is a determinant. Underline TWO2. And then I couldn't choose between the black scarf and the green one, so I ended up buying both. So what are the determiners here? I couldn't choose between the black scarf and the green one, so I ended up by buying what? Both. This is a quantifier here, right? Now, whose spectacles are lying on the table? Whose spectacles are lying on the table? Look, whose. Whose comes under interrogative determiners. You have to underline whose. In the second one, underline TWO2. The third one, underline BOTH both. And in the fourth one, the answer is whose. So, like this, you have to underline the for the 5, 6, 7, 8 also. Okay, guys? If you find anything apart from this, you can underline those also. Okay. Now coming to the J Roman. Complete these sentences with the determiners in the boxes. So the answers were given here. You have to select the right answer and complete these sentences. Dash question did you find the most interesting? Which question? Okay. Dash pen did you borrow yesterday? Dash pen did you borrow yesterday? Whose pen? Okay, whose pen did you borrow yesterday? My cousins study in the dash and second grades. My cousins means plural. So plural means two people. When we are talking about plural, here they have given second. So which comes here? What answer comes here? My cousins study in the first and second grades. Okay, like that you can say. Now, fourth one. Farida was in France dash year. She had just returned to India. Farida was in France last year. She has just returned to India. So, four we have finished, and the remaining four you have to do it as an activity or as an homework. Okay, guys. Now, coming to the last Roman, add this, that, these, or those to these sentences. These are the demonstrative determiners, and you have to select either one in this and you have to fill in the answers. Here are nearly 11 questions in this Roman. First four I will do for you, and the remaining things you have to do. Dash morning, my mother is going to buy a new sofa for our living room. This, yes, dash is right. That is right. Yes, that is right. Or we can use, if it is necessary, we can use yes, this is right also. And third one, dash one is really odd and grubby. Dash one is, one means it is a plural. Plural means, sorry, singular. So these and those will not come. Only this and this. Dash one is really old and grubby. So when you're talking about a singular and it the sentence is seeming like that some particular thing is just near to them. So this one is really odd and grubby. Last one. And I hate dash cushions. So we are just sitting on the cushions, and this fellow is saying that he hates dash cushions. Cushions is a plural thing, so we can use I. You have one benefit in using demonstrative determiners, children. We can use I can and I hate these cushions is the answer. If it is necessary, you can use I hate those cushions, because it is not specified with the picture or pointed, so you can use these or those. So I used this here. Okay, children, so the remaining 5 or 6 are there, so you have to finish this. And don't forget to complete your homework today. In each and every Roman we have done 1 to 4, and remaining is your responsibility and your duty to complete. And hope you all will follow my instructions and complete the activity perfectly and submit in the group. And your snaps should be very clear while submitting. Okay, children? And with this, chapter 1 determiners from ACE grammar book is completed. Okay, we have completed chapter 1 determiners from ACE grammar book. So let me end this session with this. Hope we are going to revise for the half yearly exam from the next session. Let us see. Okay, and this is Priya signing off from Alpha Group of Institutions. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.